garage with no AC.
Carry the sheets out.
Again, a lot of times I'll read from here, sometimes I won't, and anybody at home watching on Twitch, welcome. We're at the Strange Realms in Tampa, Florida. For those of you that are here, what's up? Anywho, today we'll be playing the Curse of Strahd. Before we start the game, I'm just going to do a quick around the table. I am the host, the Dungeon Master, Stan Smith. I'm going to introduce the players, so they'll introduce themselves and who they're playing. We're going to start with a recap, so you're sort of caught up from our last session, and then we're going to start the actual game. And this session today is called the Curse of Strahd, the Swamps of Perez. So, also behind the scenes is Walter Ortiz. Walter Ortiz is working the Strange Realms on Twitch. If you have comments, questions about the game, the store, if you can't hear or need some clarification, do it in the chat and he'll clarify stuff for you. So with that said, we're going to start our player introduction, starting with this handsome man right here.
Hello, I'm Travis. I play Tonic Brightsword. I changed the last name because now I feel pumped. We're going to do this. Paladin of Torm. Slayer of Vampires.
Oh.
And also wine.
And wine, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, next up.
I'm Kelsey. I play Sevra, a grave cleric. And my character's a little sad and unhappy at this moment.
Which we'll discuss in a little bit.
My name is Gio, and I'm playing Cassidon. He is a swashbuckler pirate who somehow ended up here in Barovia. And found out he has heritage here.
I am Michael, playing a slug bloodbringer.
Aslug, the Bloodbringer.
Yes, we're here to figure out where these vampires are.
Okay, and last.
I'm Anthony. I'm playing Joy, the lore bard, and
Okay. We had
Song in your heart.
we actually had 6 players. Unfortunately, in Dungeons and Dragons, players do die. And he died last week, so that's what we're going to talk about. With that said, let's start with the game recap for everyone who does watch, and for our players that are here, because it's been quite a while since we played. So, after obtaining the powerful holy symbol of Ravenkind from the Wizard of Wine's winery, our adventurers were confronted by a traitorous rare raven, Andrei Mardukov. When confronting Andrei with information he stole the holy symbol of Ravenkind, Andrei Mardukov promptly evoked the death duel, calling out Bran Mardukov, who was brilliantly played by Dan Pax.
Woo, Dan!
Yeah. I know he's home with a 40-ounce watching. The death duel is a were-raven ritual wherein 2 were-ravens fight to the death to solve a major dispute. To honor tradition and to protect his friends, Bran accepted Andrei's challenge, but pleaded with the players at this table not to interfere with the death duel at all, as interfering would be disrespectful to his people and tradition. Bran put up an honorable fight, however Andrei Mardukov proved to be a little too much for him. Bran was violently struck down before the players. To honor Bran's request, the group, the adventurers, did not interfere nor attack Andrei, who just struck down Bran. Knowing his friends chose to honor his request, Bran peacefully died in the arms of Sevra, played by Kelsey King. Sevra was given the holy symbol of Ravenkind by Bran right before he died. As our group left the winery carrying Bran's body, they came in contact with an undead paladin. His name was Vladimir Horngard. Though Vladimir is cursed to roam Barovia as an undead abomination, he provided information to our players. The information is important because it was information on how to destroy the vampire lord himself, Count Strahd von Zedovich. First, to destroy Strahd, our players needed to infiltrate Castle Ravenloft and destroy a heart, a magical heart, called the Heart of Sorrow. Destroying a heart will make Strahd vulnerable to physical and magical attacks. Next, once Strahd's physical body is destroyed, his soul is still free to possess others. So to prevent Strahd from doing so, Piddlewick, a magical animated toy, was actually created to capture the soul of Strahd. However, for Piddlewick's soul-capturing ability to activate, another soul must be willing to sacrifice themselves, a person who is good of heart, a good soul in place of an evil one. Once this sacrifice happens, Piddlewick's magic to capture the dark soul of Strahd would immediately activate. Strahd's soul will be trapped inside Piddlewick's mechanical body. And the final stage at destroying Count Strahd forever and to send his soul to hell. This can only be done by setting Piddlewick on fire by either Piddlewick's creator or someone Piddlewick trusts. Today's session begins with our adventurers traveling back to the town of Veliki. Within the town of Veliki, the burgomaster Vargas Velikovich knows the location of the swamps of Berez. This is a mysterious land where a magical sword of pure sunlight is hidden and is destined for one of the players at this table. But before our adventurers reach the walls of Veliki, they need to bury their dear friend, Bran Martikov. And this is where our session of Strahd begins. As the evening falls over Barovia's wilderness, the sounds of metal digging through the dirt can be heard in a clearing just 30 yards north of the main road. The source is coming from Aslug, the Bloodbringer. He's using his massive axe as a shovel as he diligently digs into a shallow grave for his fallen comrade, Bran Martikov. Sweat pouring from his brow, Aslug stops. He turns to Tonic the Paladin, who is holding the body of Bran Martikov. Tonic approaches the grave, and Cassidin assists as they both very carefully and lovingly lay Bran's lifeless body into the shallow grave. Piddlewick, the small mechanical toy, walks over to a dead tree and finds a rare mushroom growing from it. He picks it and very gently places it on the chest of Bran as he lays inside his shallow grave. Piddlewick then returns to Joy and holds her hand. Suddenly, several large ravens appear from the treetops and land next to Bran's grave. They simultaneously lower their heads and spread their wings. All eyes suddenly fall on Sevra the cleric as she steps up to the shallow grave, and all the other party members drop down to one knee.
As the rain falls on the just and unjust, let us expand and deepen our hearts and lay our friend to rest. For there is in our minds a great cry for vengeance. You suffered by the hands of treachery, but you didn't let the hate blind you of tradition and honor. For that, may your soul be at peace for eternity. Kelimvor, may you grant to him eternal rest and sanctify his soul.
And, O Torm, ease our suffering in this, our moment of great despair. Yea, admit this kind and decent man into thine arms of thine heavenly area up there. And Moab he lay upon in the band of the Canaanites. And yes, though the Hindus speak of karma, I implore you, give him a break.
The ravens there's three ravens. They sort of pick their heads up and they scan at the rest of you to see if there's any other words you say before the grave is covered up.
I just want to lean forward. You'll get your revenge, my friend. We'll get it for you. Strahd and that damn bastard that you call a family member.
Oh, we gotta go down.
Revenge is on the mind of everyone, for everyone has a little stake in something like that. Aslug, you have anything to say?
Negative.
No, Joy just like plays like a somber tune.
This is Joy.
Yes.
As Joy the Bard is playing her somber tune, the 3 large ravens begin to use their beaks and feet and start pushing dirt on top of Bran's lifeless body. The moon starts to shine through the dark clouds, but in the distance, the wolves grow hungry as they sound like they're getting closer. And at this point where the party knows they have to head back to the town of Valiki, for they have a job to do. Anybody else going to do anything last at this little burial area?
Not the burial area.
I'm gonna cast, so nobody can raise him undead. I can't think of the name of it, but I have.
Describe to us how you look when you do this, please.
I'm gonna face my palms down over the grave, say a little enchantment to make sure that nobody can bring him back to life, to make him an undead.
And you do so brilliantly. And once you walk away, the clouds close up, hiding the moon. Thunder can be heard in the distance. The ravens fly upward and disappear into the trees. It's time to head out to Valiki.
If there was maybe some resupplying, does anybody need anything? I need a sword. I've been using this javelin to get.
Now,
Should we can look around when we get there?
Yeah.
Is there you said there was like an armor that
well, you have to get to the town. You
I
guys
thought we
are,
were at the town.
no.
We're
I have
right,
this-
right outside.
We're outside in a wooded area.
Okay.
This model was just up, so I'd have to stop and present it all. Like that.
Okay.
Okay, so
There's the enemy supplies.
you begin traveling back to the town of
medium
Valiki.
armor and a shield.
Now the muddy road starts to give way to slick cobblestone. Looking past dissipating mist, the walls of Valiki loom like quiet sentinels. You notice, once again, several figures holding large pikes, walking on the tops of the walls back and forth. Torches set ablaze give off their appearance. The faint sounds, however, of an angry mob and trumpets beyond the walls inside of Valiki catches your attention. At the main gate, as you approach, there are 2 guards holding wooden shields and swords as they look in your direction. So you guys are about 20 feet from these guards. They notice you. It is nighttime. There are guards on top of this stone wall looking downward at you as well with their pikes. How do you want to approach?
Like normal people.
Walk up.
Yeah.
Who's going to speak first? Or
Hello there.
okay, you walk up and Piddlewick is sort of hobbling behind you. You hear the jingling of his hat, but he's always standing behind you,
Yeah.
like a bashful little boy. You say hello there. One of the guards is a male and female. The female looks you up and down. Aye, let me see your neck. She grabs a torch and walks over to you. You feel the immense heat from it, and she's looking at your neck, obviously for some type of injury. What be your business in Valiki?
We needed a place to stay because the forest, and also we were looking to buy some stuff.
Yeah.
Why is it so loud over there?
Let's have you do a charisma roll.
Yeah. No, that's an 8.
It's none of your bloody business. If you're going into Valiki to buy stuff, you buy stuff. Don't mind our tradition.
All right.
She holds her torches and she looks at all of you as he sort of like Joy slowly walks by and Piddlewick is following. We'll go around the table.
Yeah, absolutely. So she's not having it with you?
No.
I'll do the same. Again, we're here just to get supplies, and lady, we're just friendly travelers. We just want to go in and resupply, and we'll be on our way.
Make a charisma roll.
Oh, so close.
Did you see that?
What did you get?
It dropped from a 20, and
It
took
wasn't
back
that
to an
20.
8. I got an 8 plus the 11.
11. She looks at you. Let me see your neck. And she holds the torch. Enough of you. Go inside.
Well, we are grouped together.
Yeah.
We travel in a
Come
pack.
on.
So are we
Come on,
all
everybody.
able to go? We're all clear. There's no injuries on our neck.
She holds the torch and walks over to you more. Sits and looks at your neck. Make a charisma roll.
10.
This is gonna be great for me as a DM.
Starting off great.
Just go follow your mates.
Thank you.
She walks over to you. Let me see your neck, love.
I want to lower the hood and kind of pull it to the side so she can see.
She squints her eyes and she's looking at you. And what be your business inside?
I'm just with my mates here. We want to buy something. We want to stay for the night, and we'll leave in the morning.
Okay, are you guys doing anything else?
Nope, just
Okay.
that.
She steps back and lets you go in. And Asla, you're walking in. You've been through a lot. Everything from the Abbey to the winery to Barry, somebody who actually called you his brother.
He's a tad bit grumpy.
Yep. She sees it, and you actually make a let's do an intimidation roll on your part. That's a charisma if you don't have it.
That's 18 plus 2.
That's of course. Here we go. He rolled very high, 18. She's holding the torch, and you see her hands shaking like this. And the other man that's with her, the guard, sort of goes next to her, and you hear him whisper, "I don't think we want to mess with this one." She's shaking with the torch. "May I see your neck?" And with her other hand, she holds onto the sword that's in her belt.
I show her my neck and I said, 3 of my people have asked you. This is noise. Tell us the noise.
They look at each other, and because of your high roll, she says to you, as they all walk in, "They're going to be executing the guy who killed all the people several days ago. His name is, and she's, with the free hand, she's going like this, and the other guard says, his name is Rictavio. He killed 2 of our people, burned them and put their charred skeletons on the wall. Rictavio also killed Henrik, a coffin maker in town, and Rictavio just was responsible for the massacre in the church.
In the church, huh?
So his head deserves to be off, and that's why everyone's excited."
Relay that to
Alright. We're gonna go.
You're gonna go in? Alright, occasionally you're gonna see me pause for a few seconds to get some set pieces. Don't go away. I'm just putting some stuff out right now.
So, you
I did.
can tell us what it is.
I did a lot of that killing myself, so
He's gonna share that information with us.
Rictavio, was he helping or is he the
He's the vampire hunter.
vampire hunter?
yeah.
Yep.
So
We need to save it.
I think we need him.
yeah.
We should find
I
out
definitely need
what happened at the church, because that massacre at the church didn't happen while we were here.
Yeah, that's
There's been a lot of crazy shit going on here.
Wow.
It's an angry mob.
Hey, you're gonna have to do some Jack Sparrow shit and save him off the noose.
I am Poseidon campaign, Anthony. Oh my god. Like I was rolling like
Yeah, I saw
there,
it.
yeah.
And then at the end,
Yeah,
one
one
that-
there, that's one.
He really wasn't super involved. It's more the vampire watcher, right?
No,
There's a big guy up
It's a
there.
big dude.
oh, that's that guy, that Isaac, right?
Yeah.
That's the guy that has the same hand as
We
me.
need,
Yeah.
we need a distraction.
Quite big one.
Yes. And now I'm gonna place out the angry mob.
I could probably be a distraction.
We can't find him anymore.
The walls? Where are the doors?
Oh, you got the tip.
Oh my god.
He might be screwed. Unless again, the distraction is
It's gonna be hard to do that with all these people.
well, let's say one of the nice little houses
We
falling
can pull Pirates of the Caribbean where they threw the knife through the sword and he landed on the sword.
Yeah, but then the sword fell and he was sitting there like,
Survive.
You can throw a dagger and try.
That's all I can think of to do is maybe distract them.
Or
grab him.
you take out some metal BBs.
Okay, here we go.
Ball bearings.
Upon entering the main gates, you see numerous people rushing towards a mob gathered in the town square. This cheering mob, they gathered next to a makeshift platform. Looking over the heads of the crowd, you see a hooded executioner standing next to Strasney. He's also standing next to a shackled Dr. Rudolph Van Richten, who is flanked by 2 guards. Chants from the crowd are, "Off with his head! Murderer! He's in the lake with the devil!" Dr. Van Richten displays broken glasses, a swollen lip, and dried blood dripping from under his nose. Now, there's a crowd all in front of you, their backs to you, and you can sort of see what's going on.
Okay, we can tell that it's Octavio?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
you know him as Dr. Van Richten, but he
Yeah.
goes by the alias Rictavio to protect his true identity, which is
I know it's Van Richten.
the
Okay.
vampire hunter. Yep, you see it's him. Do you guys remember the last place you left him?
The church.
In the church.
Very good. Excellent.
Arena.
So, I'm going to move you guys right up here. You're behind the crowds. There's people in town running and going. You do see guards occasionally walking around the town. I'll move all your figures up. Piddlewick is right there.
Shit, guys.
All I can think of is maybe sitting on his house is on fire, and when we go to put it out, we must.
Whoa. One of us clear out the house at least.
So, you guys are sort of deciding what to do right at this moment? Okay.
So since I have a connection with him,
Yep.
I kind of want to push my way through the crowd and make my way closer up here.
Okay, you start doing that and making your way closer, and you get towards about here, next to the water, and there's people all around you. All the villagers are screaming, and you can feel the hatred in the crowd towards Rictavio, and he looks like a man beaten, both physically and emotionally. His hands are bound, his head sags, but he's still alive. But you can tell this is only be of a short time. Now, Strasney is the captain of the town guard. Very large, even towers over Aslug, and he has a monstrous red demonic hand. He also carries another large, giant battle axe, probably the size of a 6-foot man, and he holds it behind him. Isnik proudly scans the crowd with a big smile on his face, knowing that this person's about to lose their head on his justice.
Okay.
So you're up front.
Is it cheaper? To take the resurrection spell? Just take him and resurrect him somehow?
Yeah.
I can't do that for
So,
a long time.
Aslug, what would you like to do? Are you gonna?
I wanna. Is there a way to get?
You can start slowly making your way.
Yeah.
So let's move you to about that part of the crowd for your turn. What about you, Joy?
Joy and Philwood are gonna make their way this way.
Okay.
I'll stay with Joy.
Move her. And then Tonic, what would you like to do?
It's free will.
Yeah. I'm gonna stride in the middle of the whole thing and go, "Stop! This man is innocent!"
Okay, let's
I
start.
mean, he did kill all those people. I don't know. Yeah, I know, but they don't know that. But
Are you gonna walk towards where Cassidy is, or are you gonna walk around the statue?
I'm gonna walk towards, walk around the statue.
Yeah, the other way.
The other way. And as a Knight of Torm of the realm, I demand you allow me 24 hours to prove his innocence to you.
The crowd sort of falls silent as he speaks. Strasney, the captain, starts looking down at you and squints his eyes, and you actually see a smirk on his face, a very cocky look. And you guys are slowly making your way. The people in the crowd seem to be whispering, but they're keeping it low. We're gonna make a group perception roll, except for you.
Yep.
So let's all make this roll, please.
Not 20.
I also got it.
Wow.
I got 22.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I'm not even about to do the other 2 rolls. Okay. As you're watching and the crowd calm down, all of you notice other people in the crowd, dozens, wearing these hoods, but you notice they have chainmail armor sticking out. They're wearing combat boots and what looks like swords bulging out the sides. You also take notice at shadows on all the rooftops. and they're holding bow and arrows, sort of aiming it in your directions. A blind man can tell based on your high rolls that if you guys were to do something violent or foolhardy, you're grossly outnumbered. You guys see this, but you hear Tonic standing up front. Isnik holds his hand, his large red hand upward towards the crowd. He watches everyone. He looks over at you. You are also a co-conspirator with this man. When he says that, Rictavio's head lifts up in almost like a moment of happiness or excitement, thinking that he's going to be saved. He says to you, Tonic, save the boy! He's hiding in the church! Irina sees! And all of a sudden he gets hit from behind by one of the guards, the executioner, and he falls.
Shit.
Dr. Van Richten sort of gets up staggering, looks over at the executioner really pissed off, and spits blood on the wooden platform. You guys all hear this going on. What would you like?
Is there no justice in Veliki? I demand! And I'm going to point at him. I do have some persuasion, so I don't know if that's going to help.
Okay.
I'm not going to intimidate the guy, but...
You say this.
Is he the main... Is there anybody else besides that's like...
You see...
in charge,
No.
or is he
He's the main dude.
He's the main dude now. There is the Burgomaster, which is like the mayor.
Yep.
He's nowhere to be found right now.
Okay.
So you make this... Say it again. I'm sorry. Nice to
Yeah,
laugh.
yeah. I demand justice! And kind of step forward. I'm not putting my hand anywhere on any weapon or anything like that. I'm just using my charisma, my stick, my place in society, that kind of thing.
Okay. Isaac sees you. He actually jumps off of the thing. Put him right there in front of, please, right in front of the stage.
I could use some songs and some buffing if that. Yeah. You can maybe help out.
Is the slug closer now?
Yes.
About at the stairs?
Yeah, you can put yourself at the stairs. Now again, remember, your perception tells you, and based on what you saw, you guys are crazy outnumbered.
Yep.
And I had no problem wiping you guys out early, so.
Can I make my way through the crowd, but like stealthily?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do I need to do a stealth roll or no?
No, right now, everyone's eyes are fixated on what's going
I want to
on.
get a little bit closer, like into the crowd over there.
The only people that you know that are sort of watching you guys are the hooded figures in the crowd, and you know that the arrows are being slowly pointed in all your directions. Oh yes, dude. I'm sorry.
I will try and help out Tonic. I'm going to whisper a little enchantment
Go for it.
to calm emotions for this big guy that's heading towards him, and that just calms him down. It doesn't see him as a hostile target, and that's a wisdom saving throw.
On me?
Yes. And it could be a group of people in a 20-foot radius, so anyone else around him, it will affect as well.
Calm me down.
You cast this magical spell to sort of make Tonic look non-aggressive, not like a threat. Isaac stares over at you. You obviously are not a threat to me. You're puny. But I am a man of honor. I am the town's police force. I am the town's judge. And I am the town's executioner. Since you are no threat to me, and you wish to spare the life of this old fool, I give you a proposition. I will allow you and another of your choice to battle me in the town square.
I knew that was coming.
If you and your ally can defeat me in combat,
We get two of us.
you may leave with this old fool, and you will not be known as conspirators to the murders he's committed.
Do we have some time to prepare?
Let's make a persuasion roll.
I have no spell.
I mean, I can.
9.
There is no time for you. I will allow you 1 minute to find another. And he sort of steps back and he starts stretching his leg. He reaches over and grabs this massive battle axe. The crowd starts to part and moves backwards. Where are you at now?
Is it me and you?
Is
Well,
it me and you?
I don't know. It's me and whoever.
What about you?
I'm
moving
need people
like
to buff.
this.
I can.
I can do more damage than he can, but he's more durable.
Whichever one guy wants to jump.
He won't be
He's
able
gonna
to
kill
help
us.
you.
Is he wearing metal armor?
Healing.
He looks like he has some type of armor underneath the clothing, yes. And he's massive.
So we have to stay in the square, or can I just run away from it?
You can run away. Right now the crowd's just like,
I mean-
that. This challenge has been put out. You can You can speak to the crowd. You can speak to guards. You can run. You can go try to do something else in the
It
town.
has to be tonic though.
He said Tonic. Well, Tonic was the one that stepped up, so Tonic can choose
It
another.
definitely would have been good.
So you're there. You're looking around.
Maybe Fiddlewick?
You have 40 seconds, my knight in
And-
holy armor.
And as he says 40 seconds, I come around the corner and I stand right next to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna beat my chest and
Let's die here.
You bang your chest, and as you lower, you realize it's your hand. It's actually glowing red. In the previous session, a few sessions ago, he had a hand amputated and had it replaced with some type of demonic hand. It's very similar to the entire arm of Isnak Strasney.
You guys better roll good.
You guys go next to each other. As you and Severa, as you both sort of pass by the crowd, you hear whispers. No one's ever beaten him. This is ridiculous. I've seen Strasney take on 4 to 5 men. They're dead. Oh, this is going to be interesting. And again, if one of you guys or 2 of you guys die, you can stay for the rest of the evening. I'm not going to kick you out. Just keep this in mind. So,
I'm gonna frenzy also that way.
We didn't have any other options.
there's the sound of a slow whooshing as Isaac Strasney is slowly spinning this large, massive axe as he sits there with a smile standing. The clouds open up, the moonlight shines down upon him. Aslog and Tonic, you both stare at each other.
Alright. Alright, so I'm casting right away. I'm casting the
Wait,
oh.
Strasney says, so you choose this half-breed?
Yes, I do, Shield of Faith.
You cast your faith?
Yes, yes, I do.
Very well. Let the trial for Octavio begin. Initiative. The crowd starts getting crazy now.
So during their combat, can we do things?
Yeah, we're gonna roll initiative and we're gonna go around the table. Let's do initiative for the group.
Okay.
So you're not rolling. No, and then we'll go around.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we're looking good.
I hope so, because I mean, you're 4th level, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so
Anybody got lower than a 3?
I got a nat 20.
Alright, so I'll be going last.
you got 11.
I don't like these duels, sir.
Yeah, I do.
Alright, so anybody else with a 20? Aslov got first. 15.
Let's call the roll.
Yeah, everyone's roll.
Oh, shit.
Did you get
19.
So I got a 7.
24.
Fiddlewick got a 13.
Okay, so Cassidy got higher than Aslov, right?
Yeah.
Then we got Sebra. Anybody got 15 and 10?
Fiddlewick got a 13.
13, Tonic, and then Joy, and then fucking Strasney, of course.
This may be luckier.
Okay, Cassidy, as you see both Aslog and Tonic circling Isaac Strasney for this combat, what would you like to do?
So I would like to use like a bonus action to hide. So hopefully they're drawing enough attention that I can kind of hide.
Who are you hiding from? Everyone?
The cloaked figures, the ones that with the knives, the swords, and the arrows.
Their passive perception.
Guards.
Yeah. So I have
11. Make the stealth check.
I have the cloak of Elven Kind, which gives me advantage on stealth and gives you a disadvantage on perception.
Okay, well, my passive, they're not actively looking for you,
okay,
so
okay.
it's 11.
Nat 20, baby.
Nat 20.
You disappear to the point where it's
Fucking God, where'd he go?
your shadows actually like, where'd he go? And you blend in.
This guillotine, is it like a rope that's
Yep.
holding it?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. So I want to try to make my way, like, underneath this little pedestal here to get behind it so I can try to sever or like sabotage.
Okay.
If we win this fight, he goes free.
Yeah.
But if we don't win this fight, they're gonna murder us.
Yeah, I get that, but you know, I want to try and fight.
And you actually, there are 2 guards on the top, and the executioner, they're fixated on Strasney's about to kill 2 people. So,
Yeah. So I just want to, as they're
all
distracted.
right, let's take your guy off the board. He's hiding now underneath the other side. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, Aslog.
I'm trying to use this as a
Let's move these guys here. I'm gonna do is move this over a little bit there. So right now you're about 10 feet away.
Distract them with that.
What?
You can't. No. You're gone. He can't even see you.
I don't even know where he went. He's gone.
No, Isaac Strasney's in front of you, but your buddy is gone. He disappeared.
Gotcha.
It's you and Tonic now. We're gonna try to beat this unbeaten guy.
Okay. So, off bat, I'm gonna rage. Use a rage. And, I'm gonna, I guess, step up to the plate.
You're up right next to him now. You're looking up at him. He's actually taller than you.
And I'm also gonna frenzy, gaining me another attack. But I also gain exhaustion. So this is gonna be a fight of fights.
Per level.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So,
first exhaustion, I believe, is a disadvantage.
What's on your board?
Okay, I have it.
Disadvantage to skill.
Plus 6. 17 plus 6.
That's your hit.
Yeah.
With what?
My great axe.
Are you gonna punch him? With your hand?
17. That is a hit. As you
So when
go
I'm
back.
ranged, when I'm ranged, my hand just instantly goes. I don't
Yep.
gotta do anything.
Yep.
So I could punch him. That's an option.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna punch him.
Okay. It's gonna be your strength,
Okay.
which is I think 1d. Or there's blunt damage, which will be 1d6, and then you're gonna add the other fire or whatever.
I think it was like 2d6.
2d6. Yep.
2d6.
So
3d6.
your hand glows red, and you swing at him. You clock him.
It's this plus what?
A trail of flames goes through the air, meets his face.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
That's like a sneak attack.
Wow.
And my second hit,
No, we're not level 5 yet.
no, my frenzy
Oh, you're fronting. Oh, okay.
was a nat 20.
Nice. Nice. Shit. Fucking Aslug, bro.
Beautiful.
Okay, and you're hitting with the axe? Or the
I'll
punch?
punch the shit out of him
Right, so
again.
he's gonna take the hit of the punch is 6 automatically, right?
Okay.
And now you're gonna roll regular damage and then double it.
So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times 2 is 28.
Holy shit.
Well, shit.
That's with the plus 6?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, those guys.
No, that's just my damage.
28 and then
28
plus
is-
6 is 34?
Yes.
Well, shit.
That is bullshit.
Oh, go. I'm looking.
You gave him the arm.
Michael's just like blowing my
You gave him a barbarian sneak attack.
Is he staggering? Is he about to fall over? He got one hit point left?
No, he's getting there. Blood is coming from his mouth. He staggers back, but he smiles. He enjoys the pain. He's not just there yet. Next up is Sebra.
Cast some cool shit.
well, I can't fight. I can't help you guys fight, right? I can't really do
Well,
that.
the deal is 2,
Yeah.
and I can, based on your high 20s in perception, you know that the archers are ready to let these arrows go if
Yeah.
anybody interferes.
There's something you can do that's
And the only person that can talk to her right now will be Joy because they're close to each other.
Yeah. I'm not helping you for shit.
Okay, I think I have. Yeah.
Joy wants to see us die
Nah.
in the game.
Okay, just one creature. I'm just gonna hold my action.
Okay? She's going to hold her action.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what Joy does. Maybe we'll just do it together.
All right, Piddlewick, the little mechanical adopted child standing next to you. What would you like him to do?
I'm just gonna tell him to just follow me. We'll be okay.
He looks up at you lovingly and nods his head, and a little jingles from his jester hat goes off, and he stares back at the combat. You almost pick up a sense of concern, where everybody else in the group does not see emotion. You're actually picking up on this because you've attuned to him. Tonic, you're up, buddy.
17.
Reading around.
That is a hit. What are you hitting with? The javelin.
Like, remember the.
He's doing a pokey poke.
Yeah. You're gonna do the smite too.
What does smite do, my friend?
2d8 in
Okay.
addition to this, unless he's undead or fiend.
No, he's not.
18.
He is bloodied.
Nice.
Gotta take him out quickly. I can guarantee you his turn up, things are gonna get crazy. Joy!
Alright, Joy's gonna look around for someone who is like not super invested in this in the crowd.
You find, well, let's actually make a perception roll. Because everyone is invested.
Yeah, I wanna talk to someone.
15 or higher.
That's 11 plus 4, 15.
Motherfucker, of course it is. You look around and you see an old woman. She's hunched over, she has a shawl over her head, and she's holding a small basket of food. A bag, like a satchel of food. She looks around and her eyes make contact with you.
And I go, hey, I heard that guy's responsible for the thing at the church. What happened, actually? I've been out of town.
Been out of town.
Yeah.
You can either use a persuasion or a charisma.
I'll use persuasion.
Go ahead.
Hell yeah.
That is a 19.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
You mean the guy? She says to you. You mean the man on the stage about to lose his head?
Yeah.
Well, he killed everyone in the church.
Everyone died?
I believe so, Persuasion Strahd said so, my friend. Where have you been?
The Wizard of Wines.
Never heard of it?
Really good wine.
Anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Okay.
She doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
And now it's back to the... Oh, it's Strasney's turn. Here we go.
You're ready to write another prayer next game. You're dead.
I'm not writing any more prayers for you guys.
Isaac Strasney goes up. I'm going to roll a four-sided. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 1!
Yeah.
Aslug, Strasney turns to you thinking that since you drew first blood, it's his turn. His hand glows red hot. He says to you, "Let us see if you like your own game." And you see a miniature sphere of fire appear, and he throws and hurls a fireball, a small one, right at you. You jump back, and it shoots right by you. You see the glowing on the ground.
Tell me to hit some of the mob.
You hit the heat, it hits the mob, and people scream and fire. Strasney looks back at you with anger with your being so nimble. He misses, and multi-attacks only with 2 weapons. Fuck me. And that is his turn. Top of the order. Cassidy.
Alright, so I've held on to this since like session 2. I still have this acid bomb. What does it melt through?
It's acid. Anything that's going to take acid damage. Yep.
Okay, so that is made of wood. Okay, so I want to pop it and throw it to the guillotine here.
Okay, your stealth check was to sneak by everyone.
Yeah.
And now you're popping up. Are you going to do it
Stealthily?
stealthily?
Yeah.
Make the roll. 11 or higher.
20.
Yeah.
Everyone still is vested on the fight. You even glance at some of the archers, and they seem to not look at you, and they're looking over. So, yeah. You don't need to make a roll for this. You throw it. It hits the guillotine.
Guillotine, yeah.
Where at?
Like on the side board, like where the rope is, and the whole side.
Smoke begins to erupt, and you hear the sound of splintering wood as you know it's decaying, and it's soon, in a couple rounds, it's just going to collapse. Good job.
And then I want to just kind of get back under the thing.
You got sucked today.
These are some good nat 20s.
Aslug!
Oh, brother, nearly.
Well, I'm not gonna frenzy this time because I don't.
Yeah, you don't want too much
You're always frenzy.
You're level 1 exhaustion.
When you cast the frenzy, you're frenzied until the rage ends.
I don't think it's over exactly.
Yeah, that's a type of something.
Yeah, because then he would get exhaustion with every.
No, it's exhaustion for every frenzy.
Oh, okay.
So frenzy is like a type of rage. When he rages, that takes 1 level of exhaustion.
When you enter.
And what's the first level? Is for saving throws?
It's disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay, ability checks. Yep.
So you
So you're still
until this
frenzied.
rage drops, you can attack with your bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna also reckless attack, gaining advantage on the attack. I should do that last time.
With your axe or your punch?
Each of your turns after this one. Yeah, no, you're right.
That's awesome.
That makes it a lot better.
Wanna
I
punch
know.
him?
I like having Rain Man here. To
I know, it's
I
great.
thought it was
I got
every
you.
attack is exhaustion. I'm like,
Um,
that's horrible.
I'm gonna punch
Yeah,
him.
you're still raging, right?
Yeah.
And your hand is glowing red with fire. You look at him, go for it.
That's 15 plus 6.
That is another hit. Fuck me, man.
Yo.
You get advantage on him now, though.
If he doesn't take me out.
I know. You're killing it with those sixes.
15, 18
There we go.
on the first hit.
All the sneak.
Yeah.
Quiet. Paladin! You're a man of God, not a cheerleader from the heavens.
And then the second hit is a 19 plus 6. That's a hit.
Yeah.
The damage for that is 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And you gotta add 2 damage to my other ones. I forgot to put the raise.
You gave him that hand,
I
don't
know.
forget.
I know. You guys will need it later. He's very badly hurt. He's staggering, and you both being combatants know that any moment he could go down. But I can tell you this: if he doesn't go down next turn, you guys are gonna be. Unless I roll low like I did before, one of you guys are going. So, Severa, you're up.
I'm going to. I'm chilling here with Joy. I'm alright. We're watching.
Okay, Middlewick, same thing.
Yeah.
Tonic, it's up to you.
Yield.
You're giving him an option to yield. Let's make a intimidation roll. This will be
Are we both intimidated at the same time?
No. This will be his interaction.
I got a 6.
I embrace death. I do not yield.
Can I attack him?
Attack him with your spin around the javelin. You rush him. And you go, and he actually moves out the way and uses his axe to deflect it. Nothing happens. Anything else? You gonna move away so I get an opportunity attack?
No.
All right. Joy.
I'm gonna just take Severa and us. We're just gonna move this way.
All right, let's
Yeah,
put you
we're
guys
just-
over.
We're just
We're just
gonna.
gonna slowly move.
We're like
Yeah.
a goat fighting.
Do you know on like an wolf spell, is that a bonus? It's not a bonus action, right?
I didn't.
Try to make our way to church.
Yeah, exactly. Every time it was like, go save Irina. I was like, oh no.
And just to reiterate, I don't know every single spell for all these different characters. So, like, he has one. If you know it, just say what you're doing. Anybody watching on video, they'll also be aware of what you're doing. If you're doing, like, I cast potato bomb. Well, what the hell's potato
What spell are
bomb?
you doing?
And it's Strasney's turn. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4.
3.
Yup.
He's gonna use a multi-attack with his axe.
That AC go to work.
Oh, you should have
Every roll has been under freaking 10.
Oh, that
First one, he swings and he uses a javelin to deflect it. Sparks fly, the crowd is ooh and ah. Sparta! He swings around with his head and his huge blade goes right at you. Time slows down.
Yeah, you crit?
Nat 20! Thank you very much.
There you
Thank
go.
you very much. Thank you very much. So, let's see.
Someone has a back.
Oh no.
Can I take 1 hit from this guy?
Right, kid?
Okay. The weapon itself is it's a weapon I can even take 16.
You know how long I held on to the freaking acid bomb for?
Yeah, oh, I forgot you
I
had
don't
it.
even use it for. I was like, what are you using for?
Well, at least we can't hang anyone else still building
8.
idiot.
Yeah.
5 is 13. And gets the pluses for his strength, which is another 8. So 13 and 8 is
What's your
21.
29. So altogether you're taking one up there. Ooh. 37 points of slashing damage. Whoo! You hear the crunching and you see blood fly from his shoulder area. He's severely hurt. Strasney turns around and looks now at both of you guys, clenching it tight.
One away from knocking me out.
He can't do it again.
And does he have any bonus actions?
I'll be dead.
Of course not.
That would have knocked me out.
Now, top of the order, Cassidon. At this point, you know that another turn, that thing is just going to collapse, the guillotine with the acid.
Yeah. I want to,
Hopefully it falls on
while I'm still underneath the stage, I want to reach into my bag with all my ball bearings and just kind of roll a couple like towards the
guards.
towards some of the guards were and towards where Strasney is standing.
Let's do the sneaky roll, my friend.
Alright,
Sneaky
let's try
dinky.
it.
You've been very sneaky
11 or
so
higher.
far.
24.
And of course, the tiny little shiny little balls roll onto the base of this catwalk platform next to their feet.
Okay.
Anything else?
And, I just want to make my way like under where Van Richten is standing, like on the stage.
Louder, Nick.
Oh, sorry. I want to stand underneath the stage where Van Richten is, so I can hopefully, kind of get him out of this situation.
Let's put your guy closer towards.
Things go bad.
Now, if you go across the that guard, he is going to see you. So just keep that in
Underneath the
mind.
stage?
Oh, under. I'm sorry,
Yeah, I'm
no.
underneath.
So let's. All right, just hold your guy. We know you're under the stage.
Yeah, I'm under the stage. Yeah, I'm kind of like, Metal Gear Solid over here.
Aslo.
Don't hate me.
Yep.
It's a nat 20.
Kill him. Kill him.
Don't hate me.
Zoom in on it.
Tell us how
That's what the
you
advantage
finish
is.
off Isaac Strasney with your fire punch. Explain it.
Welcome.
Just gonna
Man.
just walk up, just deck him in his chest as hard as I could possibly hit him.
You ever seen Pants Labyrinth?
And he drops to the ground. The crowd falls silent.
Oh no.
Let me get him out the way.
Hopefully we're not.
Gonna
Bad guys
immediately
now?
just walk straight to the stage and help Van Richten down.
Okay.
Alright, you guys do this. The crowd falls quiet. A guard. Let's take those two guards off the stage. Give me the executioner who magically just disappeared.
Yeah, I'll just walk away.
He fell and
Yeah,
got
yeah.
embarrassed.
We could put this guard where you guys are at.
All my sneakiness.
Hey, you were our backup plan.
Yeah.
A guard walks over to both of you. It's never been done before. No one's ever taken out or even hurt Captain Strasney. What do you call your group?
The murder hobos.
Paladin, holy. What do you call your group?
Oh, man, do we ever come up with a name?
I always open with. We're the
Put
envoys of
everybody
Elwood.
together. Bring
What do you want to? This is your chance to name us.
Yeah, this is
Do
a
it.
chance for you
Do
guys
it.
to have a
You
Do
didn't
it.
eat him.
Make the
Are
decision.
you guys joining them? Or
Make
you
the
just
call
saying
now. It'll stick
We'll
forever.
join
I don't know the name.
Yeah. As this
Just
guillotine's gonna fall here soon.
I don't know, we're just
The Ravens flock.
there you go. We're the Ravens flock.
I like that.
The Ravens flock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rest
Oi!
in peace, Brown.
R.I.P. Brad.
Well, you bested our Captain
False
Ravens
murder.
flock. The next thing I advise you to do is meet with the burgomaster. Now he looks down at the lifeless body of Isaac Strasney. His large hand is no longer glowing. This massive axe is sitting on the ground, and his body is lying before you.
Is this axe too big for me to use?
It's ridiculous. Yeah, if you use it, it'll do crazy damage, but you'll be disadvantaged.
So if you're reckless, it's a straight roll, baby.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's a straight
Alright, so
roll.
is there anything you'd like to do?
Just pat him down.
No, not in the middle of a crowd and like multiple guards.
Now, the guards are no longer threatening. The guards on the rooftops, they've all disappeared. The guards are sort of dispersing the crowds, and everyone's moving away. So,
Hold on, does anybody fall on one of my ball bearings I threw out there?
you hear the sounds of the balls hitting the dirt, but no, nobody falls.
Okay, that would be funny.
I would have accounted that if something went south. but
Yeah.
No, so,
So I look to Octavio and I say, how's Irina?
take these bloody ropes off my hands!
Okay, I take my dagger and I cut it.
Okay, and he's looking around. Where's Cassidy?
I want to kind of
Climb under.
You hear what you're calling out. So you're cutting the
Yeah.
things, and he takes it off and he grabs his wrist.
What you got?
And he
Yeah.
says to you, by the gods, we have to get to the church now, quickly. Irina's in there.
I'm gonna do lay of hands on myself.
Let's go.
Okay.
20,
All right.
30.
By the way, this thing's gonna fall. We should probably get going.
All right, so we'll all rush into the church.
Yeah.
All right, so
How are you
What
feeling?
do you need?
I only have one
down,
spell slot left.
Well,
Like,
we'll
I
heal
have
up
one
at
of each,
church.
Still
so
down 17.
we still haven't had a long rest.
Oh yeah, we need a rest for sure.
If we're gonna rest.
so I need one of you. I know you have
I know we might fight something here.
That's
so.
what I mean.
you have Piddlewick, but I need one of you guys also to control Dr. Van Richten's character. So whoever that is, I don't care. Okay. So we're gonna take a quick break, about maybe 2 to 3 minutes. I'm gonna set up the church scene. We'll be right back.
Alright.
Damn, dude, you kicked ass.
I know,
Yeah, you did.
Those rolls.
Yeah,
Boom, boom, boom.
The
Got
hand
a
is
crit
shit,
on him.
but he was
Crit on him.
rolling in his fucking. Oh.
You know, he's just
I was
serious.
wondering where this guard went to.
Hey, you guys beat my boss. I'll come with you.
Right.
You're my
He's
leader.
our hireling. He's gonna carry all of our stuff now.
Perfect.
Going classic OSR.
No, I'm just gonna show up and you're gonna be back to crack your knuckles.
Robert's gonna look like a ghetto Assassin's Creed.
Alright, here we go. Now, as you guys approach the old stone church, St. Andrew's, you see there are 2 guards standing outside the main gates, and they're holding torches. Their illuminated faces show fear as they hold up the torches to see who approaches. One of the guards looks at you and says, "By direct order of Captain Strasney, no one shall enter. 'Tis a crime scene. Be gone." And several stained glass windows at the church have been shattered. Throughout the weeds, you see colorful shards of glass lying on the ground beneath each window. And there appears to be a thin mist from inside the church slowly streaming outside and dissipating on the stairs out into the streets.
We earned the right to enter through trial by combat, actually.
Okay, since you're the first one that spoke, make a insight check, please.
Go check. +2. 10.
And that's exactly what you needed. They're looking at you. The others didn't pick up on this, but you can see both these guards are absolutely terrified. And where you stand, you start picking up sounds of breaking glass and wood inside the church. Nobody else hears this. You hear what you think is screeching or crying coming from the inside. And again, nobody else is picking this up. The guards look at you and, "Yes, my lady.
Yeah,
Yes."
just run away. Run away. We're coming in.
The guards look at each other and they sort of they scowl away. Let's get this together. And they take
Just
off.
get out of here.
So, obviously, Joy heard something.
There's something in there. We have to go now.
Where we go? Shit.
Never mind.
How many hit dice do you have? 2?
Can we do a short rest?
An hour?
Like an hour?
Mhm.
Oh.
Just hour while we hear Irina screaming.
Let's
Alright,
go.
Alright,
Through the door.
I'm on the way.
Okay, I want to know who's going in first. And show me the line, the order, please.
Put me up there, Daddy.
Yep.
And no, this guy has to get behind me because he's
I'll be in the
hurt.
middle. And Cassidy every Tommy on the back. There we go.
And the doors are closed, right?
They're closed. Oh, you finally gonna push it open?
I'm looking for my girl.
Violently?
She's gonna
So you're gonna shove the doors
she's
open.
going in.
Okay, you slam your hands on the door and they don't budge. The rest of you guys make perception rolls, except for him.
I could probably try to lock it.
17 or higher. Anybody speak up?
19. Not 20.
You both see him step up and boom, he just stops. And you see the doors actually open outward.
Rude.
That was a waste of a nat 20, my friend.
It's the fire code. You gotta be able to run out. So.
Yeah.
Fire code, you're
Alright,
right.
you open up the doors. Alright.
Hey, pull them out.
Okay, alright.
You might have been strong enough to push him in
I'm
there.
gonna just rip the doors off now.
Take a door with me.
The doors open outward and they reveal the main hallway leading to a torch-lit chapel. The ground is covered with light mist and dissipates where you see there's dried blood, trails of it, leading to the main chapel. There are 4 doors, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. They've all been smashed inward. And based on where you're at, these chambers are in complete disarray. From where you stand, you clearly see that the chapel is strewn with debris, evidence of some type of carnage. This house is no longer holy. There does, however, appear to be a single person standing with their back to you at the chapel near the main altar, and they appear to be holding either clothing or a sack or something. From where you're at the main entrance, let's move everybody in. You can't really tell at that point.
Is this the same church that we were in earlier in the camp?
Yep, with the gospel music, everyone praying.
Had the
The kid in the bottom? Yeah.
No, that's a different church.
No,
that one had the bones, right?
This one has the bones that we
Oh,
found.
okay, good. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I honestly thought it was the other church.
All right, so you guys are right here at these doors. We're gonna go around the table. You tell me what you'd like to do. We'll start with you.
Hello? Is there anybody? Are you okay?
Make a charisma roll, please.
5.
The person in the distance, you barely see any reaction from it, but their back is to you.
I have evil. Detect evil. Is that?
Yes, you detect
acid
evil.
joke.
Absolutely.
Evil!
I want to say, I like the tonic, but like, subtlety's not in your dictionary. I say
Absolutely not.
Severin.
It's not.
I'm going to touch Slug, because that's what I need to do for my spell. I'm going to cast protection from good and evil on him, and so any attack rolls get disadvantage towards him from undead, fiends, or I think that's the only thing or aberrations.
From anybody.
Or an elemental.
Elemental,
Right,
celestial,
you're
fae,
right.
but I don't think we're going to see
Yeah,
those.
probably not.
You never know. Okay.
With that being
random
said,
old
All right, hold on. Sir, your turn.
I want to kind of slowly make my way to the front and see if I can kind of see anything better, you know?
Okay. You get closer. You start squinting. You make another perception roll. You move up closer. That's your turn.
You can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed either.
23.
You recognize the person, they're back to you as Irina. You see her red hair going down the back, and she has her chainmail armor. She appears to be holding something, and it looks to you like it's a small body. All right?
I
tell me that.
want to call out to her. Irina, what are you holding?
Her head sort of turns like this to the side, and then she looks back at this small little body she's holding. Your turn.
In this deep half-orc voice, I just, we're like, Irina, come over here. And
You got more children to do.
Yeah, thanks. I take a few steps up, and I say it again. We're back.
Irina slowly turns towards you from the altar. She appears to be holding the body of a lifeless boy. Dr. Van Richten says, really low below his breath, "It is the boy Yeska. It is Yeska, the child." Now, Yeska was the young boy who originally stole the bones, and he eventually told you he gave it to Mila Jove, who gave it to Henry.
Right.
Irina lifts her head to look at you, and her skin, her face is deathly pale. As she looks over to you, you all notice the bright red, crimson red of blood going down her mouth, down her neck, towards her cleavage. Behind Irina, not trying to hide itself, are 2 massive bats that are slowly crawling at the far end of the wall of the chapel, down from the rafters. They stare in your direction. These are huge, and they walk over very calmly towards and put these on both sides of Irina.
Wow.
They move almost like panthers, and they stop right next to Irina. And let's have her turn and face you guys. As soon as the 2 bats approach her, the little body she holds, she drops like trash, and his body stumbles down to the ground. With one hand, she reaches up and starts petting the head of one of these massive bats. She says to you, and her eyes glow bright red, "When we first met, I told you, my beloved has many spies. And I now know what eternal love truly is. My master calls me for our wedding is near. Her body collapses into smoke and like a cloud of wisp flies up into the rafters and disappears. These two giant bats look over at all of you, hungry for blood, hungry for your flesh, as they slowly move over, crunching up splinters of wood from the broken pews. Let's roll for initiative.
Damn it, Arita.
Man, no, it's fucking Octavio. The dude was keep her in here with the bones and stuff.
Christ.
Come on, man.
Anybody got a 5 and under?
I'm assuming you got 5.
Got 5.5. Ha ha!
Okay, let me write this down.
Did you want me to roll for Octavio as well?
Yep.
Yeah, for Van Richten.
Okay, 15 to 20.
18.
Joey got a 15.
Nice.
Cassidy got 15,
Okay.
and Van Richten got a 12.
Anybody got 10 to 15? Besides,
Yep,
14. Got a 14.
Piddlewick got a 14. What'd you get?
11.
And then Van Richten, then you.
A slug 14.
So you and Piddlewick got a 14?
Yeah.
We'll put Piddlewick first, then you. Because I want to put you at the bottom.
It's fine. I'll clean them up.
And of course, I rolled a 5. Now, there is distance. This is the grid to tell you how far away these creatures are. There may or may not be important information in here, so you have a choice. You could run. You're far enough where you won't get an opportunity attack and lock up the place, or cleanse this holy house of the blasphemous creatures that are in the chapel. Cleanse, cleanse, cleanse.
Yep.
Okay, so
Filthy!
Sevra,
I'm out.
you're up.
Alright, I
You
am
run
going
past us.
to take my dagger and cut a little drop of blood on my finger. And I'm going to cast Bane on both of the bats.
Oh, okay.
So that is a charisma saving throw for you.
Yes, ma'am. She's casting Bane on the bats, people.
If he fails then, he must roll a d4 and subtract that number to his attack roll.
Oh, wow.
Could you be in charge, young lady?
Absolutely.
All right, this is for the first bat on the
Alright,
left.
bat number 1.
A wisdom saving throw?
Charisma.
Charisma. Of course, -3. It's a 7.
Okay, so yeah, he failed.
All right, and the second bat. -3. A 10.
Failed.
2 Bane circles.
So now when they roll to attack, you roll d4, subtract that from your roll.
Yep. All right.
You know,
I need you guys.
that's
All
all.
right. Okay, let's. Next up is Joy.
Alright. Joy is going to. So are these like large creatures? Or
Oh, yeah.
In like.
They're about the
these-
size of horses.
And like this way.
Yeah, they're about the size of a horse. Their wingspan is much larger, obviously.
Joy's gonna cast Fairy Fire on the two of them. They need to make dex saves, DC 14.
You guys have so much.
12,
Yeah, we are debuffing these bats.
5.
Alright, we all have advantage on attacks against them.
They glow. Why don't you tell them?
Yeah. So Joy plays this quick like tune on her drum, and then they're like writhe in purple flame.
So they're illuminated, so it's very easy for you to see where they are. Next up, Cassidy.
I am gonna hold my action. Actually,
Okay.
I'm gonna
What are
wait
you gonna
for. I'm gonna wait for one of my 2 allies to get close.
All right. Piddlewick.
Alright, hit away. It's gonna go. Alright, so he's gonna shoot his crossbow dart. Since it's in the long range, he has disadvantage, but it offsets, so it's only one. Gonna be a straight roll. Gonna shoot at the
left.
Yeah.
Left and right. One, yeah.
6 plus 7, 13.
Should I rage again?
Now that is a hit.
Alright.
They have disadvantage.
That is 9 points of damage, and it needs to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
And Bane. And you have advantage on your attack, so don't even reckon.
Just go ahead and.
And I rolled. Other than the actual 20, I've rolled 10 and under the whole game.
Alright.
Oh no.
It's a, so what was it, dexterity?
No, Constitution.
And it's a -1, so it's a 5.
Okay. So it is now paralyzed,
Thank you, young lady.
and it
You're
takes
so
10 points of poison damage. And yep, it's paralyzed. It can
And it's bloodied.
At the end of its turn.
Hit it.
I imagine we're gonna rest after this, so I was like, let's have some fun.
Okay,
My job was.
Aslug.
Get within range of it.
Melee range.
Okay. Next up, anything else? You want to cut up your hand and throw it?
No.
Throw an axe. No, you're good.
Do like a chain or something.
Yeah, it's
Throw it.
badass.
Come here.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see the reaction when you use that in Castle Ravenloft. Alright, anything else, sir?
Now I'm just waiting for him to get a little
Of
closer.
course you are. Van Richten! Well, he looks at you. Cassidy, what do I do?
What does he have?
He takes his sword out. It's a shiny silk from a cane. He takes it out.
Okay. Alright, I just walk him up there.
Does he really weigh
You
back
want
here?
him to? You want him to? He's older. He's roughed up.
Well, I feel like Van Richten would want to help,
Okay.
and I feel like he would want to make his way up there, even though if it's slowly, like have him standing where I am.
So you telling him to move forward?
Have him stand next to Captain, yeah.
Any chance to destroy the devil's children, I'll be more than happy to oblige. He says.
I may.
And then it's Tonic.
So I'm gonna approach. I'm like to move up there. I'm throwing a javelin at one of them.
How much movement do you
You're
got?
gonna be at disadvantage, I think, from where you're at. What's the range on it?
60.
60?
Move up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Can somebody do the math? I can't see. Right there. No, he's throwing the javelin, he said.
Yeah.
So 60 is here to me.
No, you're out of range. It'll be disadvantage.
Okay.
It'll still be a straight roll because you have advantage on it.
Okay.
So
we do
roll
that
once.
on-
Just
we
roll
do
a
that-
regular. On the right?
Yeah, the same one that
No, the one on the left is the one that's he's almost dead.
one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they looks cooler like
14.
And that is a hit.
What a shot!
Roll for damage.
9.
It gets impaled into its body. It's almost dead. Nice throw.
Are you saying paralyzed?
One is paralyzed.
Yeah.
Crit?
No, it's only if you're within 5 feet of it.
Yeah,
It's not
that's what I told you to dash.
The one on the left is gravely injured, and he has a huge javelin impaled and his body sticking out like a porcupine.
Okay.
Now it's the bat's turn.
I'm gonna do my action now.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
get
can
myself
advance
closer.
too. Move me up.
Oh, okay.
6. And then I want to shoot my crossbow.
At which one?
This one right here.
Go for it. Miss, somebody roll low in this group, please.
No, we didn't roll.
Nah.
That is 21.
21's a hit.
21, alright.
That's why I like saving throws because I will also roll low, but since you'll roll low, it'll even out.
It's an 8.
Points of damage.
I want to prep the next bolt and shoot it since I have crossbow expert. And 24.
That's a hit. God damn it.
My dice are doing well for you. It's getting all the high rolls on my dice.
Yeah.
That is 8 damage.
He's bloody.
It's bloody.
My bats now, finally. The injured one. Let's see what magic he has.
One of the left one's paralyzed.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. So at
Yeah.
the end of his turn, he can make a save. Constitution DC 12. Thanks, Petalwick. You're the best. I love you.
Oh.
What do I have to roll?
DC 12 Constitution save.
-1. I have a 3.
Okay. Still paralyzed.
Fuck me.
The other one. I'll see. Aslug's in front of him.
The one on this one's paralyzed, right?
No, the other one.
He's going to fly towards you. His intention is going to grab you and take you straight up.
Yeah.
The highest is 40 feet up.
Yeah, he has disadvantage.
I know.
I'm not gonna take it.
A 17. Well, that would be That is 18, but a disadvantage, right?
Why does he have a disadvantage?
Oh no, it's -4.
It's
No,
not.
it's-
Is it unmet?
It's
No, it's not. It's
She put
back.
protection against good and evil
Yeah,
on him
but that-
and Bane.
so Bane
So,
is
so
minus
yeah, but it doesn't have disadvantage because it's a beast, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
just have the D4 and subtract that.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a D.
So it's 14.
No.
You move out the way and roll and pop up, and it misses you as it's hovering right above you. Its wings are flapping. And that is my turn. Now it's at the
What's
top
your
of the
AC?
order. 50. Sebra, they're both bloody. The one on the left towards you is gravely injured.
Alright, I'll move up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'll shoot my crossbow.
Is it in the range for you to shoot your crossbow?
Yep.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 25, 35, yeah. 18.
Describe to us how this creature dies with your crossbow.
I shoot my crossbow right in his forehead.
It rocks back, slams violently into the pews, and dies instantly.
That was the paralyzed one.
This
Yeah,
was
the
the paralyzed
paralyzed
one, yeah.
Okay. Anything else, young lady?
No, I'm happy with that.
All right. Next up is Joy.
All right. Joy, seeing that go so well, she's also going to take out her crossbow.
Woohoo! Crossbow twins.
5, 10, 20, 30. Oh, nice. And try to shoot that guy. 17.
That's it.
4. 8 points of damage.
Shit. Still alive, but now this one is gravely injured.
I know, this is very fast.
Yeah, you guys are kicking ass this first.
You guys put so many debuffs.
That's true, we kind of fucking lost
Stack
that.
'em.
Stack.
Cassidy,
Alright. Cassidy just runs in.
make it fancy. How about you jump over a pew?
Oh yeah, jumping over
And
Jumps
pews.
you
off
turn
the pew.
sideways, John.
Onto a
Yeah.
slug shoulder.
I got my rapier out. I'm just thrusting
So
in.
are you willing to bet a dexterity skill check?
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
do that first. As you run up and try to leap on top of the pew. 10 or higher.
Acrobatics, that is 12.
You do it. You leap in the air. Everything slows down.
Slow motion.
Slow
Thrust
motion.
at it
Yeah.
with my rapier. And that is 17.
Explain how you dispatch this giant beast.
That's a lot of
That's
damage.
a lot of damage.
Alright, so I'm sprinting down the hallway. I press my left arm over the back of one of the pews, throw myself over it, and then using that momentum, I kind of jump into the air and thrust my rapier right into its chest.
And that is awesome. Good job.
Whoa! Good teamwork.
All the while, Pirates of the
teamwork.
Caribbean theme is going on in my head.
Good teamwork.
That's
Good
as much as we can do. We're going to get copyright.
Yeah.
teamwork. Right? That's all we can say.
Walter, cut that out.
Do we feel the evil sort of lift off of this place? Or?
This is my.
You sit and everything grows quiet around you. And there is no more evil within this establishment. But you do pick up a faint energy. And you can't tell if it's evil or not coming from the lifeless body of Yeska, who's at the base of the altar.
Well, that's
where I
two.
am.
The Morning Lord owes us. We cleared this place out twice.
Can I run to him and see if I can stabilize him with my healer skin? Is he dead or
As you walk over, do a medicine check.
Oh, perfect. 14.
As you gently go to the ground to try to find a pulse or anything, you're finding nothing, except you feel a hand gently touch your shoulder. Looking up behind you, it's Van Richten. You see the shine of his blade as the torches reflect off of it, and he says to you, "My dear, there's nothing more that you can do, but there's something I can do."
What's that?
And he steps up to the child.
Hold on, we have a child killer in our group.
Slug the goat killer, baby.
He steps up to the child and he looks down, and you hear him whispering a prayer, and you pick up it's a prayer to Levantha, the Morning Lord.
Oh wow.
He closes his eyes and he takes the blade up and he holds it up and he spins it facing downward. Anybody gonna do anything? Say anything?
No. I'm gonna close my eyes and look down.
He seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He spins the blade You hear the whish of the air, and you hear the sound of a head rolling to the ground. He decapitates the lifeless body of this child. Van Richten looks around to all of you. We've got a lot of work to do. Anybody else have business within here? Because things have completely changed.
What happened? What happened to the bones? Why is she vampire now?
Okay.
Well, she was good when we dropped her off, before we dropped her off, no?
I thought
Yeah, we had to
I
hide
thought they
her
had to
bite.
like die.
Well, we hid her bite, so she was bit.
To answer your question, Van Richten says to you, when all of you left the town, Isaac Strasney came in with his guards in the company of some Marakov wearing black leather and brown beads.
Of course.
And the Marakov started yelling, "They have illegal bones in the altar!" And myself and Miljov, and Miljov was the teenager who originally took the bones from Yesker and gave it to him, tried to stop them. They slew him instantly. They took me into custody. They ransacked the place. They removed the bones. Irina was held, and she was hit over the head, knocked unconscious. They left her with the child inside the church, and we left. But now, since there is no protection in the church, I can only imagine the devil got to her. Something needs to be done. We are now have to go on the offensive. There's no more waiting. No more waiting. We have to go to Castle Ravenloft. I don't see us all leaving alive, but it must be done. And he looks over at the cleric. Around your neck, woman. The holy symbol. That is important. You are going to be a strategic piece in this game.
Okay, we're gonna have a look around if that's okay, and then we'll prepare to leave.
Make it quick. And he takes the blood, whips it, wipes it, cleans it, and his sword back into the sheath of the cane. Stands next to Cassidon, and he starts looking you up and down, Cassidon. My boy, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I can't believe all this is happening.
Things are happening for a reason. There's destiny involved, sir. There's no better reason now for you to be here.
Did you know that my mother was with Strahd this whole time?
That is why I'm here. To destroy him and free her. I promised your father. And also, to protect you. I did not want to bring you here, and I left you with the pirates over the years. But somehow you found your way to Barovia and brought us together. This is no mere chance, my boy. I believe your father's looking down and brought us together to save your mother.
And why wasn't my father with us?
He was killed. Within Waterdeep, hung by the hangsman's noose in the middle of the town square, by an admiral known as the Phantom. Okay, Tonic.
Look around.
Everyone's gonna look around, or?
Yeah. I mean, the first thing we want to check is if the bones are still there.
Yeah.
Alright, you look, the bones are gone. They're completely gone as you look down into the pit, okay? I'm gonna roll a 6-sided die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Piddlewick will be 6. 4. Aslug, you start kicking around some of the rubble, and you look into, we'll say, one of these rooms. You find 4 arrows. They're bound together. The tips are a shiny silver. And the back area where there's supposed to be like feathers, it's a very thin, etched pieces of metal that resemble the feathers, and it's also silver. And there are etchings on the shaft that appear of sun symbols of the Morning Lord. There's 4 of them. And what these are, these arrows do regular arrow damage plus 1d6 versus any undead because of the silver. There's 4 of them, okay? Silver is very fragile and weak. So just keep that in mind, especially if you roll a 1, they're going to shatter.
Does any of us have a bow? I think we all have crossbows.
These are long arrows.
For like a wooden bow.
Right. Not crossbows won't do it.
Yeah, I don't think any of us.
I just thought it was we all have
A
crossbows.
search of the rest of the place, there's nothing else to see about time.
Well,
we want to go get.
I still have the
get
silver egg now.
stuff.
yeah,
Like, I
and
wanna
also
get
we have to
stuff.
talk to the Burgomaster because he has a map to of the ruins of Erez or something, because that's where we're supposed to go to find some cool sword that will
And the
help
swamp.
us. The sun sword, yeah, that's what.
Okay, right, Rickton says, then let us not waste time. Let us go find this Burgomaster. And he starts walking out with a purpose, straight out the doors. Boom! And he opens them actually
All right.
the right way.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So what would you guys like to do collectively as a group?
So we need to resupply,
Okay.
and then we need to
Take a
long
nap.
rest and talk to the burgomaster.
I need 8 hours.
Exactly. In that order, for sure.
He has exhaustion.
For the purpose of time, we're going to say that you guys had a short rest. So
No, we
use
need a
your
long rest.
a long rest. As you looking for a place for a long rest, Van Richten tells you there is no time for long rest.
In order for us to be able to continue, we need to do this.
The only place that'll accept you for a long rest would probably be the burgomaster's mansion.
Why can't we sleep here?
Let's go to
We
the
can go to the mansion.
Yeah.
Since we're headed to the mansion anyway.
Yeah, we'll go talk to
And then we can buy stuff
on the way.
on the
Okay,
way
so
back. Maybe he'll
on the
give
way
us money
there,
for
on the way
killing
there, we're gonna sake of
10
time.
police.
What would you guys like to purchase? There is a place called the Wolf's Brain.
I want a shield. And I want some sort of medium weapon.
I have a silver ignet that I'm trying to see if anybody can do anything with.
I got some silver arrows to melt down now.
We can find some kind of blacksmith that can put them on a bolt, maybe.
What type of shield are you looking for, sir?
Just a normal shield.
Increase that AC.
Yeah.
10 gold pieces. Do you have that?
No.
I can borrow it to you, or I can lend it to you.
All right.
Yeah.
Mark that off your thing, please.
I'm doing it right now.
So you were able to buy a shield, and that's going to give a +2 to your AC.
And I would like a healer's kit.
Thank you.
How much is that? I got 35 gold.
I got plenty.
I have 130.
Yeah, I
haven't spent it anyway.
have 95.
I have 9 gold.
Yeah, you.
Why do I have 9?
You bought so many things in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like you bought everyone raincoats.
Oh, true. Hey, could I get 50 gold for scale armor?
Yeah, I can.
Thank you.
I mean, we gotta stock up right now.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right,
the
I
inventories.
got an 18 AC now.
What is it you're looking for again? I'm sorry.
A healer's kit.
So you needed 50, right?
50, yes.
50, okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
If I got armor on,
How much money do you guys got?
It'll lower your.
I have 95, so
your
you tell me.
running.
It's going to be 5 gold pieces.
All right.
You might got like
so
maybe a
my
couple
distance
thousand.
would go down.
No, I don't actually.
Speed.
I'm a little short.
Just curious.
Get some plate.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need. I want to buy two long swords.
Okay.
Is it worth?
The thing is, you're gonna rage. You're gonna cut anything in half, anyways. Your
15
point's
gold
not.
each.
The point of your class isn't really to avoid getting hit.
As the
It's more like
town's new
like a
guard, you'll get a discount.
It's 15 gold. It's 30 gold pieces. Do you have that?
Yep.
Okay. Please mark that off.
Oh, I have 19 AC.
Is there a blacksmith in town?
There is a blacksmith in town.
Okay. Because I have, like I said, I have the silver ignet, and we have those arrows, and I want to see if he can turn them into bolts, or coat my rapier with silver.
All right. So let's make a roll for this. Let's say that you go into this blacksmith shop. He agrees that it's.
We're gonna kill the heart of sorrow.
Yeah, we gotta do something, but none of us have a bow to shoot those arrows.
Right.
If you can turn them into bolts, I can at least shoot up.
Health
at it.
Yeah,
potions.
true.
Health potions. Maybe
What's the roll?
they're expensive.
They are.
I bought a healer's kit.
Yeah.
All right. You're inside the blacksmith. Okay. Let's make a roll. Let's do a persuasion check to see. Basically, you're told that it's going to take several days.
Several days.
But unless you persuade.
I'm
Persuasion of 10 or higher.
24.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Just cheering for you.
Listen, mate. So we're headed to Castle Ravenloft here soon.
You're a madman.
So we've been told. But I'm pretty sure that the devil Strahd has made your life hell as well.
But the Devil's Strahd has also brought us coin. Good coin for broken weapons to repair. If you want weapons laced in that silver, it'll take much coin in many days.
But how many more adventurers would come if they could even come to Barovia? So
What?
what? You have a couple of adventurers that are within Barovia. Without Strahd, you have many people being able to come through the city.
Make a persuasion roll, 10 or higher.
22.
Motherfucker. Of course. Why even bother doing this whole scene? Okay, with the Ignite, you get to take one of your weapons and lace it in silver. and that's going to give a 1d6 to undead. Or so, what weapon would you like that?
My rapier.
So a rapier. So make sure you put in your rapier silver an additional 1d6 damage against undead.
Okay.
If I have a quarterstaff, can I also have a shield?
No.
You can only do
You can hold a quarterstaff one-handed, but it's only like 1d6
Yeah,
damage.
it'll
So
be a D6.
Yeah,
It's a versatile weapon, so you can hold 1 or 2. If you hold it in 1, then you can have a shield. But the damage is 1.
It's not worth it.
Like a club.
I never used it anyway.
1d6 or 200.
Yep. Now the arrows you can melt down. You can tell that you can smelt that down, and it can cover another weapon of your whoever the silver.
Your weapon, or do you want to know something
We're
great?
trying to get a sword for
You
you.
get his,
Yeah, are you just gonna keep using your arm?
or are you just gonna punch everything?
Yeah, I need to punch things.
No.
I think it's gonna be the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be raging the whole game.
It's gonna be Anger Man.
Okay.
Okay. Then yeah,
That's
3
fine.
bolts.
Yeah,
And
then
then we can distribute it
The
between
bolts,
us.
yeah.
Each
Okay.
of us get 1.
There's enough to make 4 bolts for each arrow. So you got 4 silver bolts, and those also are going to do a 1d6 plus undead.
Each arrow?
Yeah, each arrow, the long arrow with a big head, they melted the ends together, and you can make a bolt.
yeah.
You got
It's one
4.
additional, 1d6 additional.
Right. So whatever
Yeah.
damage a bolt does, then you're gonna roll a 1d6 extra for undead.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And you
So
got
you
4.
get 2 and we get 1.
Okay.
Is there
Yeah,
more
that's
silver left over? Or is that
No, that's it. That's it.
Nice.
so 2 silver bolts.
I'm trying to find you the weapon in
One
the.
for you.
No, and I can make mine a +1. You know, with paladin.
Yeah, when you get the
I
sun
wanted a
sword,
dagger.
I assume it's gonna be awesome. So
So are we done here at the blacksmith?
yeah.
You're done.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your time.
Peace out. He does the generation next to you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Ah,
Okay.
We get a long rest, right? So we got everything back.
I was
Well,
quite
not yet.
we didn't even need to use the guidance.
We have to talk to the burgomaster.
Okay.
Nice.
We're sleeping over.
Yeah.
Yep.
What we're gonna talk about?
Yep.
Big room.
Like, listen, we're staying
Sweet,
here. We
take a
killed your
nap.
big guy.
All right. Here we
And
go.
wait, real quick, as we walk back through town, is the guillotine broken? Is it like finally melted through?
Oh yeah, it's gone. Yeah.
What'd they do with that guy's body?
No more hangings.
It's gone?
What guy's
Well,
body?
not
Is
hanging,
it?
just beheaded.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The time right now, we're gonna say about a good 2 hours have passed already. So.
Okay.
Can you put all the pews in here?
Was there any chance his armor was like salvageable that we could have done something with it? No?
What, we're gonna loot this guy in front of the whole town?
Yeah.
And he's
Well,
gigantic.
go claim his body,
I
right?
don't even know why you picked the paladin, bro. You should have been a rogue, man. Straight up.
For me?
Yeah, man. You've been great. A rogue.
That was awesome.
Maybe in my next life. I've been looking. I watched Lord of the Rings today, and I was like, oh, I could be a hobbit.
It's gonna take me 1 second. I went to the movie theater and I saw all 3 Lord of the Rings. My cousin and I.
Oh,
we,
nice.
we had the whole theater to ourselves, just him and I, watching all 3 Lord of the Rings movies. It was so
That's
sick.
awesome.
So good.
Where did they do that?
You don't need to worry about that.
I don't know. I wish I.
I mean, I have a projector at home, but still.
They did that not too long ago, right? Like they played all of them in the theater.
That's what it was, yeah.
A person couldn't sit through all the hobbits.
No, so what we did is we went Saturday we went to see Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship, and then the next day it was the doubleheader. And we had a break in between. It was in Citrus Park Mall, so we went to the food court and got some good
Oh,
food.
that's
Damn, I wish I knew about that.
That was dope, bro. I got pictures of us, the whole theater, watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy surround sound. It was so dope. Okay. Alrighty.
Sorry, I didn't know that.
After traveling through town, you see the burgomaster's manor. The house has walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away due to age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arch opening above the main manor doors. Just outside the manor are several guards, but upon seeing you and knowing what you've done, the guards move to the side and gesture you to approach the front doors. Once you approach the main doors, they slowly creak open. Standing at the doorway is an old woman with graying hair and a thin build. It's the Baroness Lydia Valakovich, wife of the burgomaster, Vargas Valakovich. Her eyes look at all of you, and it looks like she hasn't slept in days. And she politely says, "Welcome, strangers, welcome. Please, my husband is waiting inside. Come in." And she steps back. You guys enter?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
She sounds like a vampire.
You stay behind, big boy. Let me see your neck.
Kill you too.
Before you lays a grand foyer. It has framed portraits adorning the walls. There's also a wide staircase with a sculpted railing that ascends to a second floor to your right. In front of you is a long carpeted hallway attached to this foyer, and it actually stretches to the full length of the house. There are several doors that align, and all the doors are closed. This is a modest home, but it's void of any happiness or hope or children. The Baroness, she approaches the door at the far end, and she stops. She reaches down with her frail arms, and she opens the door as it creaks, exposing a modest dining room. The dining hall itself, it has a chandelier of wrought iron fitted with wax that's hanging above a polished table with several lamp lights. Now the table has also 8 high-backed chairs in brown velvet. There are teacups and plates at each setting. Standing at the far end of the dining room is a large, heavy-set man with red hair, red mustache, and he's wearing partial armor. His breastplate, his rapier, his silk tunic, and his reddish hair glisten in the lamplights. Resting behind him on rugs are 2 very large, old, beige mastiff dogs. They're panting heavily. They don't look as a threat to any of you. An old fireplace crackles to life, providing ample heat within this chamber. The old man, standing with the red hair, looks at all of you. Welcome, my friends. I am Vargas, the burgomaster. Please, come, take a seat. And he actually sits at the head of this table.
Absolutely. Sit down.
Okay, thank you.
So let's put all your figures at
Turn this
the...
out.
We're sitting next to him.
Gonna pull the chairs right to the edge of there.
As you're sitting down, his wife is picking up a pitcher of tea. She's pouring tea in front of all of you. As the smoke and the aroma is actually very pleasant. The smoke goes upward, and you haven't had a nice cup of tea in a long time. She looks over at her husband. My lord, he says, my dear. She looks at all of you, she bows her head, and she sort of walks backwards and closes the doors, leaving you alone with the burgomaster, Vargas. You know who I am. I've heard of your exploits, if you will, but I do not know you personally. Who are you? He looks around the whole table. I am Van Richten, known as Rictavio. The gig is up. If you're working for the devil, you will feel my wrath. Vargas says to him, my friend, I am not Isaac. I do not take coin for the devil. It is good to meet you, he says. Well, you introduce yourselves?
Nice to meet you as well, Zabrad.
Joy.
Slug, the Isaac dispatch.
This is Piddly.
Piddly bobs his head, and all you guys hear echoing the jingles from his hat.
I'm Cassidy.
He looks at you and nods. And,
Tonic, Paladin of Torm.
we have not seen a holy warrior like you in a long time.
Preach.
How may I help you? He says.
So, we heard that you have a map to the ruins of Vargas.
Aye, I do. But what do you know about Vargas?
You know, but
Not much.
there's supposed to be lots of undead there. Also, something very important that we need. So that's what we're gonna do.
A weapon to dispatch the devil.
Yeah.
Hearing this, he reaches over to his little cup of tea, lifts it up, and you all easily see his hand shaking. And he sort of drinks, and he looks at all of you, and he places it down, and almost falls over on the little dish.
Did you not hear me? The devil!
So kind.
The devil!
Scare him.
He gets up from the table, and you hear the screeching sound of the chair against the floor, and he walks over to his dogs, starts petting their heads, and he's very calmly walking towards the fireplace. And as he does, he begins to tell you a story. Long before Veliki was established, there was another village called Perez, located southwest of here. Legend has it, in the village of Perez, a beautiful peasant girl named Mariana bore a striking resemblance to the beloved Tatiana, Strahd's former love. Like many other women, unfortunately, who looked like Tatiana, the devil became obsessed with her. He seduced her in the dead of night, feasting on her blood. But before he could turn into a vampire, the Perez burgomaster and an old priest killed Mariana to save her soul from damnation. This enraged the devil Strahd. He fell upon the village of Perez, killing the burgomaster and the priest. Strahd then used the power over the land to swell Perez with a local river, flooding it and trapping hundreds of men, women, and children. And then the marsh crept in, the swamp from hell. This has prevented any salvation for those poor fools, who from this day are known to be the walking dead. Perez has been abandoned ever since. He goes back around the table and he sits down again. He grabs another thing of tea, shaking as he's drinking it. He places it down. He reaches in his shirt, he pulls out a small pamphlet and looking at a drawing of a vague map. It shows the town of Veliki in a road going towards an area that says Perez, and he slides it over to you. Needless to say, whispers of the dead and shrieking apparitions within the swamp of Perez have circulated since I was a child. Something else, however, has taken a presidency within the swamps. Something truly evil. Something from Strahd's ancient past. Baba La Saga, an old witch of legend and tormented of children. Rumor has it, Strahd hides treasures and powerful artifacts within the ruins. It is as if Strahd refuses to keep them within the castle. I've been approached by many villagers recently who've wanted to exploit the treasures of the swamps to help defend their families and make money coin. They have yet to return. And now I have the families asking, where are their family? Where have their husbands and sons gone? I am the burgomaster, I need to give them answers. If you offer to go to Perez, I will grant you what you need on this night. I need to protect the people and give answers. He shakes again, drinks another cup, and he puts it down. I have had scouts go to Perez over the years. But what I've gathered are the following. We know of 3 areas within the swamps. If you are fortunate enough to make it past the beasts and the creatures that lurk, the first area you will see is an old church, consumed of swamp and shadow. As my scouts approached, they mentioned there's something evil within the church, and they did not dare look inside. Last thing they saw was a statue of a woman. Bypassing this old church, my scouts went to an open swamp area that was covered with bones, both large and small. They chose not to move forward, for they saw armored skeleton warriors patrolling those grounds, and a large coffin sitting within the center of this bone field. As they tried to traverse, my scouts chose not to move forward, for they said all they hear are the sounds of the walking dead. They have since returned to Perez. They have not seen Baba La Saga or where she resides, but I'm sure if you were to somehow make it there, you will find the items you need to take on the devil himself.
That's right.
So, after that tale, I feel like taking a nap.
Cozied up. Ready for the next
Oh,
one.
thank you. That seems like a lot. But yeah, we will be able to get you answers, or I mean, we're gonna die trying. That's how this is going.
Rictavio, as soon as you say that, Rictavio, Dr. Van Richten says to you, the only dying that's going to occur are going to be in the halls of Ravenloft. I will not let any of you fall in these swamps. I don't care how foul or evil those beasts will be. Vargas, give us room and board and food. We will be gone in the morning. Vargas looks over at Dr. Van Richten, almost in shock.
Please, sir.
Looks over at you with a more calm demeanor. My house is yours. You may leave in the morning.
Thank you.
And with that, we're going to take a long break. I need you guys to level your characters up
Alright.
for in the morning. And then after the break, we're going to start off with the Swamps of Perez. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes. And thank you for sticking around. Walter?
Dun, 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 dun.